Okay, buddy. Just going to do a quick lesson on a scenario, say a casualty scenario. Right, you see the hill top directly to 12 o'clock of the aircraft now, along that ridge. That's where the casualty is going to be. So we're going to approach along the ridge line. So I'm looking at my speed. I'm doing 79, which is, it's a good speed. I don't have to decelerate that much, but I don't want to drop much below that. So I'm just going to continue a level path along this ridge line till we can get to that that hilltop to our 1 o'clock now. So I'm watching my speed now, vertical speed as well. Keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on my altitude. Is obviously climbing slightly, so I'm on 51% per hour, 50 bar an hour, so I can leave it at that. I'm doing 107 knots, so that's all good. Just going to give a bit more collective. When you give collective, don't just hold the button down because it adds so much. You just got to tap it, and then if you want to add a bit more, tap it again. You can see I just tapped it once there, and the nose of it jumped up. And especially with this helicopter, you've got to be very gentle on the controls. It's a great helo, but it's difficult to fly. So anyway, so as you can see, I'm just tracking along the top of the this ridge line. The reason I'm doing this is just because I'm checking in case there's other landing spots so that I can land. I need to land before I've already flown over it, so I'm just checking. Keeping my airspeed around 100, that's fine. Now I know the casualty is almost at the dead top. You see where the hilltop in front where it basically climbs up then drops off, or that's where the casualty is, right on the top of that. So I'm approaching it now, still keeping 102. I'm going to start slowing down, but I don't want to gain too much altitude. I mean, obviously when I lift the nose up it rises, so I'm just going to cut the collective down a couple of, well, got a couple of button presses really. I don't want to fly directly over the casualty, obviously. So that's why I've adjusted my course now, so I'm not continuing on the ridge. Now as I'm approaching, I'm looking for landing spots, I'm looking for signals. Obviously if it is real life, you'd be looking for signals from the ground. You'd be looking to locate the casualty. Obviously they're not there, just an exercise. So start slowing down a bit more when I'm looking across. I'm looking, okay, there's no landing spot there, obviously this side, nope. Casualty is just to our 2 o'clock now where the pointer is. That's the where the casualty is. Just going to swing around. Okay. Yeah, there's quite a flat spot there actually, but obviously I don't want to land right next to the casualty. Even though in the game you do have to land quite close, right? So I'm going to start swinging around again. 67 knots. My altitude is climbing, but not too bad. Okay, so I'm going to stop. Again, time and space. Time and space. Give yourself enough room. So I've obviously got to turn the helo around, I've got to stabilise it, and then I've got to come into the approach. So I want a bit of space. I've looked at it. I know roughly where I want to land. Now I'm going to start coming round. Not too fast, and I want to keep an eye on my altitude. See, my vertical speed is dropping now as I'm slowing down. Okay. Okay, it's looking nice. I'm happy with my approach. So, what am I looking for here? I want a ground point that I'm going to stare at. Okay, so I'm going to slowly cut my collective down. Got a nice height. Right, I'm looking. Okay, if you look at there's a wall directly on top of the mountain there. See, it goes up and then bends on the top, right? You look to the edge, it vanishes over the edge of the mountain, right in front of the helo now. That is my point. So, that is where I'm flying to. So I'm keeping my eye on that spot. basically want the heat, I want to be at a point where that is not really just staring at it, just getting bigger. It's not moving in the screen, it is just getting bigger. Okay? Not moving, so it's still saying the same spot on the screen, but it's just getting larger and larger. Okay, so I want to start slowing my speed down. Still looking at that spot. Okay, it's staying where it was. It's getting bigger. Bit more power. And now I've got close and looks a little bit unlevel. Right, so let's just continue it a bit further. We'll continue our flight in. A bit more collective, so we don't sink. We're going to land directly in front here. Okay, a bit less collective. Not on, so you've still got a balance. Slow that out. There we go. We've got it nice and level. Now we go slow. That was a bit hard, but you get the idea.